All right, so welcome to Bronze Basics, where I'll be watching a code of every single hero in Bronze. Today's hero is Juno. Juno is a very fun support, actually one of my go-to supports when I don't know who to play outside of Mizuki. Starting off, you have Medi Blaster. It both heals teammates and damages enemies. You can't headshot your teammates, but you can headshot your enemies, which is nice to do extra damage. Then you have Pulsar Torpedoes. It has these projectiles that can heal allies over time and also damage enemies. Something suggested on these is finding like high grounds to kind of go up in the air, find, 7 to 8 targets, both enemies and allies. Definitely look to be a little bit more hyper aggro with your Pulsar Torpedoes. Don't wait for your teammates to get low either. I find that it's really good to kind of sustain your team. Some people will wait till everybody's critical, but in a game of Overwatch now where everybody has that healing reduction when they're being shot at, you really want to find that value before they get too low. Hyper Ring, pretty straightforward. You deploy a ring that increases movement speed. Something to keep note of when you're Juno and you throw your speed ring, it activates it automatically on you. So I see some people try to throw the speed ring at their feet, but most of the time you want to throw it a little bit more forward, benefit your teammates, and then as you move forward, you'll have the initial speed ring burst, and then you can get the speed ring burst again. The way you want to utilize it is not only to get your teammates in, but also to get your teammates out. It can be super beneficial to just constantly use that. You have Glide Boost. This is where you can pretty much just go horizontally with increased movement speed. It's pretty straightforward with Glide Boost. Use it to make it tough to get a shot on you. Utilize it to get like more airtime with Pulsar Torpedoes. It's kind of a rotation of combos. Like always look for torpedo value. Use your Glide Boost to kind of maneuver around, make it hard for them to hit shots with you. Use Hyper Ring to kind of make it even harder, and then you can have that go really well. Orbital Ray, it heals allies, increases their damage. It goes through walls. It is pretty slow. Try to utilize it in the best that you can. You got to kind of stay with it, but if you stay within range of it, combo that with some torpedoes, some extra damage from your teammates, you can just win team fights straight up that way. You can also use it defensively if you want. Not my favorite one. Like, for example, if your whole team gets grabbed, like you can try to use it for that. There's no promise it will keep them alive, but you can utilize that. Onto the perks. Familiar Vitals. Pulsar Torpedoes lock onto allies 35% faster. This one's good for 6v6 and also good for like, if you're in a 5v5 game where your teammates are just kind of taking a lot of damage and you just feel like you can't ever do extra damage output. The other one is Locked On, which reduces the cooldown of Pulsar Torpedoes by 1 second for each enemy hit. And this one is really good. You can reduce your cooldown massively, which leads to more damage, leads to more healing. Onto the major perk, Lift Off. Martian Overboost can now triple jump. I like the triple jump to get maximum value with torpedoes, more survivability, more escape routes, and obviously more uptime, more survivability is just great for your team. I recommend triple jump, but Faster Blaster is when you Glide Boost. Medi Blaster fires continuously. This one always has a pretty polarizing discussion around it, so I would say just do it best fits your play style, and that's Juno for you. And enjoy the video. All right, so today's video, we're gonna be back with another Bronze Basics, Bronze 2 Juno on PC. And they say, hi, I started playing Overwatch in mid-April 2026, and I am both obsessed with Juno and extremely driven to improve. Despite this drive to improve and the work I've been putting in, I feel I have reached the ceiling of what I can learn on my own from videos and practice. And I'm still horribly bad. I often feel like it is my fault when my team loses. Please help me stop falling into the depths of bronze. All right, well, we'll see what we can do to help you improve. Here we go. All right. The setup is at the spawn. Okay. Okay, that was an interesting start. Step number 1 is be on the same page as your teammates. Nice kill with the torpedoes. Okay, so first of all, you said that you felt like you were the reason why you lose your games. So far, you're Reinhardt charged into their team. But I do want to give you a little bit of advice here. I want you to think about utilizing your speed ring already. Reinhardt's benefit greatly from speed ring. It's just in general, since you're new to Overwatch. Like, speed boost for Reinhardt is a win. Like, any Reinhardt will tell you this. If you give a Reinhardt a speed boost, the Reinhardt benefits more. So sometimes, again, in a bronze game, I'm not going to promise this, but sometimes if you use your speed ring a little bit more proactively, your Rein will feel less inclined to charge in. Now, I'm not saying that's a guarantee. I ain't promising that. But if you go from your Rein charging into 100% of the time and then reduce that to 90% of the time, that's a dub in my books. Like right now, you're not even using your speed ring, right? Like your speed ring here would be a great disengage point for you and your teammates. Speed boost in Overwatch in general has always been really strong, but a lot of players never really utilized it. With Lucio in like bronze. But she basically is kind of a new way for speed boost to kind of be utilized. And that's why you even see in pro play sometimes when they can't play Kira Lucio, they go like Juno Brig or Kira Juno, because you still utilize speed boost. So now that your teammate went to Ramatra, same concept here, right? You want to use that speed ring to help your teammates. Like, use it right now. You see how already I've mentioned speed ring like 5 times and we've only seen you use it once to disengage 3 feet behind you? This is why I'm very adamant about trying to give you that type of details, right? I want you to be able to, you know, use that a little bit more frequently. I don't mind your aggressive Juno right clicks. Like, this will work specifically in bronze, right? Again, the idea behind bronze basics is we're going to get you out of bronze. Like, that's the step. Or try to. But your speed ring, let me look at it. Notice anything? All right. And now you finally use it after all that. But you notice how you're using your shift to get out, but then you also use your speed ring? You're using your speed ring selfishly. And one of the best ways to improve in Overwatch is to learn how to use your utility for your teammates. And so far, you're not doing that, right? Your utility is used purely for you and you only. If someone happens to be there, great. But I think this might be the second speed ring I've seen you use. Maybe I missed a third one earlier. So like right now, again, like, miss some torpedoes here, but I know what you're trying to go for. Okay, now what you would want to do is help your teammates in front of you. Like, imagine, no. Okay. Ult economy. I'm not expecting you to have perfect ult economy in bronze, but in this situation, it's really important to pay attention to the kill feed and also to recognize that your teammates had multiple kills. Once your Moira ults, you just let your Moira ult. Your Moira is going to be the lead in part of this. Your teammates aren't even going to benefit from where you're at, so this ends up being a missed ult, right? You kind of wasted it. You would want to use this for the next team fight, considering your teammates already won that fight, okay? I mean, that again, that's a little bit of an aggressive tank by you, but going back to what I said, remember, use your speed ring. And I'm going to say that. Why was that timing so perfect, but also makes me question why now? But why was that so perfect that I sit there and go, please use your speed ring now, and then you do that? That's amazing. I mean, hey, you use the speed ring, but you're kind of using your speed ring. I'm going to give you that one. You use it for your Amatra. So that's the second time I've seen you use it. That one makes a little bit more sense, but you're kind of... good right clicks. Again, you're going to hear me mention this, but this is one of the few maps where I actually would be okay with bronze high ground, just because like this is a small high ground that you can still help your team. Don't be afraid to go up here on this map, just in general, because like it just gives you a little bit of a vantage point that you may not have. Obviously, you can get kind of isolated out, but that's okay. Do anything. Okay, that was an aggressive warrior ult by your team. Settle. There you go. Okay, now your Amatra's bottom right. Now, maybe speed ringing your teammates in here could be helpful. So you want to speed ring. So like right here's a speed ring opportunity, right? You have a bunch of people stacked up right here. You want to gain map control. Ramatra benefits greatly from being able to be in your face. So what you want to do is you speed ring this corner. This gets your Bastion and turret form to wide swing quicker, get your Ramatra on this brig sooner, and also gives your teammates less panic going to the point. All of that will help by just a simple speed ring. Okay, with off angles, I get very careful of talking about off angles fully whenever I watch bronze games. And as of recent, I've learned. I would also say go to the point right there, but I think you kind of tunnel vision. Yes, touch the point there. I think you're a hero that's capable of doing it. Don't run to the point. There's no point to run back to the point. There's no. This is staggering. You want to get out of here. Absolutely not. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when your teammates die like that, just wait. There's no point to run in and stagger yourself. This is how teams lose defenses really easily, is by just running at them in a straight line like that over and over again. So just wait and spawn. Yep. Okay, now you're doing it right. Good job. I see you're recognizing that. Okay, your teammate's here. Now you go out with your tank. Look for your Bastion in the middle. Yep, your Bastion didn't get the memo of resetting. Do you see how, like, all of this has been a domino effect? And you were a part of that problem, right? Now you've settled, but, like, you going to the point there might have been the make or break between the rest of your team kind of like not going in sometimes. Not that that could be the case, but I'm okay with this. Chad, the idea and the reason why I'm okay with this is because, one, the team fight wasn't clearly won. Two, your team just needed a confidence boost, right? So that's a good ultimate. It saves your teammates. It gives your teammates the comfortability, like they're comfortable that they're going to win the team fight because there's a Juno ultimate. That was fine. Good job. Yep, so you heard the Reaper behind you. Now, ideally, you would get out of here. Also, if I am correct, you have a third perk that you haven't picked yet? Am I right? I think you're level 3 and you haven't picked a perk yet. Remember, if you wanted to know, like, in case you're just not used to the system, level 3 on the bottom left. See that 3 next to you? That means you have your perk. Just remember, level 3 is when you get your major perk. Level 2 is when you get your minor perk. Perk-wise, it's going to be up in the air on what you think is best. I am a triple jumper on that one. I like the triple jump. Other people like the blaster one. I'm not here to tell you what to go. So let your playstyle decide for you. I like triple jump for survivability. So yeah. That's the one I like to use because it helps me with survivability. This is a moment, by the way, just to show you again. Just remember, when you speed ring towards your teammate. The speed ring also benefits you. You do not have to go through your own speed ring to benefit from the speed boost at the beginning of it. So when you hit the button, it activates speed boost on you, and then it will also help the person up here. Then obviously you'd have to go through it again to kind of reactivate it after. So the way I see this is throw your speed ring here, help your Ramatra, speed ring backwards, just to be, actually, I would speed ring in, actually, honestly. Like, I don't think you would make this decision, but like, this break being here, I would speed ring in with my Ramatra, go forward with them, and then we can disengage out one more time, clean up the kills, and then win the team fight. This is for any rank. If you're in this situation right here, in my opinion, the best play for the Juno is to speed ring, help the Ramatra, go forward, go backwards, clean up the kill on the Junkrat, meet up here, and then everybody from your spawn, even if they die, you'll end up like having like this like kind of maneuver where you're kind of flanking them while also having this way. See? The Venture gets there, picks up the kill. Speed ring, just a speed ring. I just want you to see a speed ring. That's all I want to see. And there you go. Team wins the team fight. So, wasn't clean out of you. But yeah, just so you know, Sierra here, you're not playing bad. Truthfully, like you want me to be honest with you, and maybe this is a confidence boost for you. This player just started playing Overwatch in April. This is pretty solid for April. I'm already seeing good things out of you for not playing the game ever. Like you've been playing this game for literally a month and a half. Like this isn't bad. The mistakes you're making are easily fixable. Look at it that way. I'm gonna give this feedback now before I forget. If you're gonna Juno torpedo, try not to like float in the air too much, like in front of their team. Like always have an escape route. It's good to be aggressive with your torpedoes, but always have a spot to fall back to. So that way you're not getting killed in the air all the time. As you climb and get better, if you're not thinking about that, you might get killed all the time, just like floating in the middle of the air. I want you to still be aggressive. I don't want to take that aggression away from you. I just want you to time your aggression better. See, like, I like the idea of your speedring here, by the way. I just would have liked it sooner. Because, like, your Reinhardt feels a little bit more defensive right now. So, like, like, you want... If you ever want to know how to time a speedring with an aggressive Rein, when they start to move forward, that's a little bit too forward. But you know what I mean? Like, when they start to, like, look like they want to be aggressive, that's when you speedring. But, like, there was a slight timer where they were going to do that. Now you speedring, like, right now. Like, when the Rein was right here, you speedring to incentivize the idea they're going to be aggressive. It's not going to guarantee they're going to be aggressive, but it's a good timing to do that. But now when the Reinhardt goes into defensive mode, the speedring will lose that value. So like right here, you want to speed ring, right? Yeah, so like you want to speed ring that because it benefits you greatly on the speed ring. And then throw it towards your teammates if you need to, so that way when you go forward, you can get a double burst from that speed ring. Instead, you kind of didn't know what you wanted to do there. Just always remember, it's not a bad idea to go to your teammates when you don't know where to go. The worst case scenario is you die with your team, but at least your teammates have a chance to follow up on that. You know, obviously, if when positioning gets a lot better, you can kind of be more self-sufficient. But if all else fails, just end up with your team. Like right here, just go to your team. Yep, you would speed ring and you go to your team. See how when you're floating like that, and again, I know I've said speed ring 100 times. When you're floating like that, that's the easy kill. But if you speed ring out and get to your team, now you're safe, right? That's what you want to do. This gives you a safety net. This gives you opportunity to go and like reposition yourself after, but you can also utilize your teammates in front of you. Okay, get aggressive in. I mean, you're trying. Okay, good kill. Now, speed ring. Yep, can't heal through the window. I respect the effort, though. Is this PC or console? PC, I'm pretty sure. Lot of like standing around in the same spot right now. Next time you find yourself in a situation here, I want you to find a way to get out of this area. This is a very map-specific situation, but like you keep getting stuck here and your teammates aren't controlling this side. Either A, you go up here and you control this from the high ground, which is common for supports to do, or B, I want you to try to just get over here. And I know this is like an all-in strategy, but let me ask you this question. If you get here and they kill you, there's a good chance your whole team lost anyway. If they overextend to kill you and your teammates save you, then you have now won a team fight due to a good off angle. Like right now, and then you pop your Juno ultimate now. Like, yeah, you don't have to do it now, but like that would have been okay if you did. I wouldn't have been mad at that ultimate. Basically, you clean up the kills, right? So, okay, see how you're worrying so much about this part of the map? That's why you want to adjust your positioning to a spot where, like, you ready? Look at this. What do you notice about this spot right here? You can't be seen from this angle. Now you go, well, yeah, what if somebody flanks you here? You know what I say to that? If somebody flanks you right there, you know what I say to that? Good play. If their teammate flanks you from this high ground right here, right, and flanked, I would say that's a good play. Am I wrong? Right? So if you lose that way, then that's just a good play by the other team. The point is you can use your cover here to not worry about that angle, and then now you're worrying about everything else in front of you. Like, yeah, my Ryan went a little bit aggressive. Yeah, but you can still angle that. You can ult this if you want. Ult. I know that like you're winning the team fight, but these are ult. Sorry, I don't want you to get in the habit of seeing you win these team fights and then not use your ultimate. This was too close to call for you not to use your ultimate. And maybe you kind of were in your mind from the previous round where you had that bad ultimate. But in this situation, this is a slam dunk, pop your ultimate, you win type of situation, in my opinion. Pop it, you hit the button, you're good to go. Your teammates clean this up and you win. Now, obviously you won the team fight, but you see why you could have easily lost that. So I just want to get you in good habits there. That's a clear cut, use the ultimate. There's not even a question if you win that. Unless like Hanzo hits like the craziest headshots. But again, sometimes players just make good plays and you didn't make a bad one. Like right now, like like if you were to say, should you Juno ult this? I would say not yet. Because, and I want to kind of show people this. In that situation, there was 2 people on cart. You have a 5v2 and they're all way in the back. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? You probably don't have to use your ultimate here, right? In a 5v2. So where would the next ultimate be? Right around here. No matter what, if you win this team fight, which you're going to win, I think, right? The next ultimate I want to see you use is just around here. It doesn't matter if your ultimate ends up being like this crazy, you get 5 kills with it. If a Juno ultimate stuffs the doorways here, you're going to win the team fight to begin with, right? So why risk like that perfect play when you can just build your ultimate again, pop your ultimate, and then you're good to go in the third point. You spend a minute and a half, depending on how quickly you build it, and then you just go again, right? And then you just let things play out throughout that team fight. So you're being a little bit hesitant, but that also will be something you can fix in the long run. In my opinion, of course. Yeah, we're on bronze basics, and then we have a cheater bot after this. Keep in mind, there'll be an intro for this also that's a little bit more advanced on like ability usage, how I use them, etc. So that's something that will be in the edit after. I have to actually record both the Ayari and the Hazard one today because I haven't done those yet. It gives an extra layer of like how to improve if you've seen the other bronze basics. So like straight up, like real talk. I just want to point this out here. If you use your ultimate sooner than this, that would have been way better. First of all, you don't need the ultimate now. But the problem is not the timing of your ultimate here. Well, it actually is the timing of your ultimate, but not in the way that I'm explaining it. Now, on paper, I would say don't use the ultimate. But you shouldn't even be in this scenario. This ultimate should already be used, and you don't even have to, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't even have this decision to use this ultimate because you've already should have used your ultimate. So, anyway. So you end up using it anyway, but like you use it in a spot that looks way worse. But if you had used it when I mentioned that, also don't try to duel a Hanzo in the air. It's a very easy kill for Hanzo like that with the movement. But yeah, like I would have used it sooner and then that ultimate looks way better. Like if you use that ultimate 5 seconds prior, I'm not even saying anything about it. I'm going, yes, good job. Speed ring. Speed rings can help a lot, by the way, in those duels. The Reinhardt can kind of like back away and almost outplay one of the swings if you do it correctly. So again, I know this is probably going to be, you can bring a song out of me saying speed ring 100 times, but like speed ring is very important here. All right. I do like you going, I do like, you know what? I do like that attempt right there by you. I think trying to get that brig was actually not bad. It wasn't smooth. I would have liked to see you maneuver your movement better, but I do like the aggression of like recognizing that you had a kill and not being afraid to go for it. Obviously, your position was a little bit rough, and like, you know, if you're in a champion game, you're gonna probably fall over there if you try that. But in bronze, that's okay. And everything seems like you should be picking up the win, I hope. If that Lucio hold for an hour, I'd be losing it. And there you go. So, great job. You win the game. That was awesome. I want to, again, give you a little bit of credit. For being new to the game, I think you played very well. You have to remember, for anybody watching on YouTube or even now, every rank has different levels of skill. Like, if you're a much higher rank and you're going, oh, what do you mean? Like, yeah, like every rank's different. For bronze, this was good. But there's some clear-cut things I want you to work on. One, those speed rings. I want them used way more frequently. I wanted it to get to the point where you're going, wow, my speed ring usage is too much now, because then you can draw it back. Understand, if you have mobile tanks that can benefit from speed ring, give them to them aggressively. If you have heroes that don't benefit from speed ring, you can think about it as like, oh, they're trying to push my Sigma, I'm going to speed ring them backwards. What they choose to do after that is on them. Okay, that's number one. Number two, your torpedoes. Remember, I really want you to focus on playing a bit more cover with those torpedoes. Be aggressive with it, but always have a fallback. And if you do get the triple jump perk, that can be super helpful. Also, speaking of perks, it looks like you picked no perks again. Here's a reminder to you, pick your perks. This round, you didn't pick any of your perks. I just recognize that right now, this moment. So I want you to pick your perks, okay? And then last but not least, I want you to use your ultimate way more aggressively. Aggressively is not use it in a you won a 5v2 like at the first one. It's like, it's a 5v4, it's a 5v5, and your team has, an opportunity. Use it more aggressively, and you're going to get good results. I'm telling you right now, if you follow those three things and you work on that, I have a feeling you're going to be in silver in no time, okay? From what I saw, you had some good moments, and I think you can do this, okay? So you got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube. If you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. You want to submit your own spectating? My Discord is where to do that. And if you want to watch another one of these bronze basics, well, we just started this series, so make sure to click this down here and give it a look. It's a good one. With that being said, I hope we all have an amazing day/night.